Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. The Secret Service is making a change to provide better protection for Trump. Don't let him go outside. That's right. Since the Trump shooting in Pennsylvania, Secret Service officials have recommended that the Trump campaign stop hosting outdoor rallies. Even though Trump has held hundreds of outdoor rallies since his first presidential campaign and he can engage far more people outside, the Trump campaign is listening to the agency's warnings and is scouting indoor venues for future gatherings. The Secret Service is basically putting Trump on house arrest, but instead of a house, it's a windowless conference room with a broken coffee machine. We sure hope it doesn't affect your campaigning at all. The Secret Service can keep Trump safe, as long as he doesn't go anywhere and stays locked in his room. If that doesn't spell competence, I don't know what does. It's being reported that when Kamala Harris, our border czar, visited the U.S.-Mexico border, federal agents were instructed to clear the area to hide the severity of the crisis. Federal agents moved the migrants out of holding facilities and into hotels to put on a show for Harris, and the agents were also instructed to braid the hair of any unaccompanied minors. I guess Kamala thought she was attending a sleepover instead of addressing a national crisis. Kamala shows up and they hurry and clean up all the migrants. That's like trying to hide all of your junk in your backyard when your in-laws come over. The Democrat solution to immigration? Border crisis? What border crisis? Instead of simply anointing Kamala Harris, Black Lives Matter is demanding that the DNC host an immediate primary with voting, or as the DNC calls it, an unnecessary formality. BLM posted this on X. A 24-hour process of talking to party bosses is not democratic. We do not live in a dictatorship. Delegates are not oligarchs. Anointing Kamala without any public voting process would make the modern Democratic Party a party of hypocrites. They're not wrong. Can you imagine before the 100-meter race at the Olympics, a guy walks up and says, "We don't need a race. The officials up there in the box, they've already decided who wins." The DNC's idea of democracy? We'll tell you what happened after it's already happened, and you'll like it. I mean, who needs things like votes and public opinion when you've got a comfy back room and some really nice cigars? Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer endorsed Kamala Harris's presidential bid with unbridled enthusiasm.
We are here today to throw our support behind Vice President Kamala Harris. I'm clapping. You don't have to.
It was so quiet in there, even the crickets were like, do we make a sound or is this too awkward? Chuck Schumer's solo clapping is like saying, I believe in you, but don't expect anyone else to. This was the political equivalent of high-fiving yourself in public. Karine Jean-Pierre went on The View to tell us what's at stake in the upcoming election. You're never going to guess what she said.
Our democracy is at stake. Voting rights is at stake.
Voting rights are at stake, says the spokesperson for a party that bypassed voting to choose their presidential nominee. Listening to Karine Jean-Pierre lecture us about voting rights is like taking sexual harassment training from Harvey Weinstein. I'm not going to like it, and I might have to gouge my eyes out after. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.